Hello everyone, there I am. I'm gonna take this off because otherwise it's gonna get distracting. How are you? How is everyone? I am here live once again. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna pull you up on my tablet as always so that I can see the videos, and then I'm going to share as I would hope everyone else would do as well. We're going to be working today with our, sailing home bundle. So share this to your friends, share this to your groups. Please put it out there. I'm going to see if I can't get it on groups. I always forget. I always do it and forget how I've done it. So give me just a minute and I'm going to get it out there for us. Let's see, can do it from there? Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Let me see. Oh, Facebook, oh, how I hate you. Well, for now, oh, here. I figured it out. So I apologize. I'm going to share it to several groups, so let me post it to a few of them. Because I want everyone to have the opportunity to join me. So I apologize. Usually I go live at noon. Today it's a little bit later, and I don't really have a schedule because my days off at work change every single week. So I have been trying to change up my lives to match my days off. So the dates and times and stuff have needed to change recently. So I'm also sharing this in a couple of my local groups, garage sale groups and things. So hopefully if you are joining me, welcome. So if you see me looking down and I haven't done anything yet, that's why. I'm just sharing it to a few of our groups. So if you are here, by all means, please stop in and say hello and tell me who you are, where you're from, how you found me. That's always a plus to know. I love sharing it to all my groups and friends because I love sharing all my tips and tricks and ideas, and I have a lot of fun stuff for us today. We are going to be working with the sailing home bundle. And so let me get this out there. I got a few more places to share to. So if you've got garage sale groups or local groups to you, by all means, share it with them as well. I'm kind of not even... I'm getting to the last couple now. I just want a chance for everyone to be able to join us and craft and create and have a little bit of stamping therapy, that's for sure. All right, last one and done. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the iPad in its holster over there so that I can see and cut the volume off on it. There we go. And hold on. Doesn't want to cooperate. Hi, Miss Amanda. Hi, Miss Deanne Bruns. For those of you that don't know, that's my mama. So say hi to Mama. Okay, I'm just going to be able to see the video on this one, and then I'll look at the comments on the other. For now. Oh, come on. I wish you would cooperate. Ah, I lost it. There we go. So, okay. Oh, I gotta swipe, I think. There we go. Mommy's here. Mommy's here. Hi, Mommy. Hi, Mommy. I am working with the Sailing Home Bundle. So we're going to do a really fun card. And for you, Amanda, this will help you use your Big Shot. So we're going to work on this card. I'm going to slowly bring it in a little bit so you can see. There is some detail in the background here. I used an embossing folder for that. This is a die cut, and we're going to talk about that. We used our Stamparatus. We had another fun little die here. So let me go over what we're going to need. Oh, welcome back, Debbie. How are you? Before we get started, though, in making that card, which we are going to love, I've got something fun to do. And no, singing wasn't it. Oh, Miss Debbie from Michigan, I love you, honey. And Mommy's from Arkansas. Amanda, she's around the corner. Amanda, what do you got going on this evening? We might just swap our Wednesday for tonight because Chad will be at camera practice at church. So I can come over probably this evening and I can work on my wedding invitations because that's all I was going to do if I went to the library. Donna, welcome, Miss Donna Lathrop from Washington State. How are you? I have a friend here in Illinois whose last name is Lathrop. Wonder if it's any relation. So what this is a box, and it is full of all these little slips of paper. And all of these slips of paper, these are all the names of all of the people who commented and shared on our Sailing Home Waterfall card videos. So for those of you that didn't get to see that, the winner is getting the hand-printed instructions for this card. And the card I made live and the sample itself. So this was our previous card. Of course, we opened him this way. And he has goodies on the inside as well as stamping on the envelope. So for the card we're making today, this same technique would work. Just the double stamping on the envelope, which I didn't do an extra envelope or inside for today, for now. Okay, Amanda, no problem tomorrow. After I work out with Jessica, that's fine. Oh, Miss Debbie, enjoying downtime watching creativeness. Yes, yes, yes. Good. I'm glad I pronounced it correctly because that's important. So we're going to draw a winner. So if you are here with us live, tell me your name in the comments and tell me where you're from. My name is Faith. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been an independent demonstrator for about 4.5 years. I am located central eastern Illinois in Rantoul area, which for those of you that are out of state, that is near the University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana area. So, well, good morning, Roz. How are you? Afternoon now in some places. Depends on where you're from, but you didn't say. So, where I am at, it is currently after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, we'll see. Central Florida. Ooh. Hot, humid down there. My sister's in Tampa, Florida area. So I am now going to randomly draw, as you can see. You can't see the names or anything. This one right here. Okay, who is this person? Oh, I would give myself the hardest one to pronounce. Sandra Tangway? Tell me. It's going to be backwards to you guys. I don't even know that you can see it with the glare from my Sandra. And it's Tanguay, if you can read my handwriting. Sandra Tanguay, you are the winner. Hi, Miss Sharon. How are you, my friend? Oh, I love you. Miss you. Yes, yes. I know you guys, rods, are about an hour behind because my sister tells me all the time I'm late because I'm always an hour behind. Or I call her too late at night and she's already in bed, that kind of stuff. So, let's see, Miss Sharon, how are you, my friend? Long time no see. So, I'm going to keep the one slip of the winner, and I will post that in the comments on the waterfall card and on the page. So, if you are the winner of the drawings that I do, make sure you add me as a friend on Facebook. And I will also need your address to mail it out. So, wonderful. Now, if you're watching this video and you're watching the live and you're on your cell phone, up in the corner, you should have, if you're on the Stampin' with Faith page, the post should have 3 little dots up in the corner. Click that. Make sure you click notifications so that you get notified every time I go live. Otherwise, Facebook, with their new algorithm system, they will pick and choose who gets to see my videos. Well, hi, Miss Brenda. How are you, sweetheart? I wish I could go today. I want to go. I haven't been in a couple of weeks because of 4th of July, and then this whole carpal tunnel stuff is killing me. All these appointments and things. So here's what we are making for today. Again, I'll show today's card. This is the Sailing Home Bundle from Stampin' Up. So we're going to talk about that for just a minute. Hello, Miss Stinson. How are you, honey? Welcome back. Glad you are here. So let me grab over here on my other shelf. This is our annual catalog. If you don't have a catalog and you want one, Miss Sharon King, you need to get me your address and I can go online and ship you out a catalog. Also, the holiday catalog is coming very, 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 very soon. So, oh good, Roz, I'm glad I finally got a chance to. I realized this morning, hey, you're supposed to go live at noon. It's 15 minutes till noon. Can you design a card quick? So this card kind of just came together. This is how things work around here sometimes. So this in the catalog is what the page of sweets look like over here. This is Come Sail Away. I know this is going to be backwards to you, so I'm just going to read it. On the catalog, I'm on page 145. But if you go to Stampin' with Faith, so Stampin' with no G, with faith.stampingup.net online, you can type in Come Sail Away Suite, and it will show you this whole suite of products as well. I'm just going to hold up each individual piece. So the Come Sail Away stamp set, love these images. And these are distinctive stamps. So distinctive stamps, they have this, you can't really tell it when you look at the stamp so much itself, but they give you this kind of like this etched detail. And I love the distinctive stamps. It also comes with this Sailing Home stamp set, Smooth Sailing is what these are called. Smooth Sailing dies. That's what these are. Now, the stamp set alone is $24. The dies alone are $22. However, when you bundle them together, you get 10% off of that. So instead of paying, what is it, $56, you're paying $50.25. So you're getting a discount when you get them together. The suite, however, also comes with this fancy, crazy little thing that Amanda will work with your Big Shot, called an embossing folder. Lovely embossing folder. And then it also, in this suite, is the Come Sail Away Designer Series paper. So I'm going to quickly show you what that paper looks like. We have this Night of Navy Balmy Blue Compass Rose. We have some olive, I believe that's what that color is. Let me see if I can. And that is I'm on page 146. Oh, Mossy Meadow is the green in this. Okay, so it is Balmy Blue, Basic Black, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Soft Suede, and Whisper White. And if you go online under Come Sail Away Designer Series paper, it'll also tell you the colors too. So here's some vintage newspaper look. It reminds me of what we used to wrap our fish in when we go fishing as kids. And then this is the nautical ropes. And here we are with some Night of Navy Balmy Blue and looks like Sahara Sand stripes. Maybe a little soft suede in that. And then the seaweed there. We also have some Whisper White, Balmy Blue, either vertical or horizontal stripes, depends on how you look at it. And then on the back, this is kind of really neat. It's got the all of the nautical and map making tools. Then here we have a smaller version of lighthouses, as well as some stripes. So the possibilities with this suite are endless. And I am, for those of you that don't know me personally, I'm a lighthouse collector. I have many different lighthouse objects and figurines and fabrics and all kinds of that stuff all throughout my living room. So that's kind of my theme of life, because lighthouses to me symbolize safety and security. And so when you walk into my house, you'll get that homey feeling is what I'm hoping. Okay, so we've done the designer series paper. Also included in this suite of products that I have here for your viewing pleasure, or at least what I haven't used of it. I've used a little bit of it. I haven't used a whole lot of it. We have cards. They are called Memories and More. And I want to really stress the and more part, because I'm going to show you a little bit of what you'll get in this suite. So in the Memories and More card pack, it's $11.50. If you get it, your possibilities are outrageous. If you do pocket scrapbooking or traditional scrapbooking, whether it's 6x6, 8x8, 12x12, these products, suite of products, will all work for that. Here in the Come Sail Away Memories and More card pack, you will get, there's 2 sticker sheets of this design. There are 2 total. So you'll get 4 total. There's 2 here. Then you have these amazing 4x6 or 6x4, depending on how you orientate them, cards. And I'll go through some of them here. Let's go somewhere and do something. I think that's awesome. That'd be a great card. But then they also have, and I'm not going to show everything for the sake of time today, but they also have these laser cut images. So when you put them on a card front, look at that detail. Those are all laser cut images. And there's a couple of bigger ones. And then this one is meant to be cut in half. It's a little two smaller ones. Look at that frame right there. That would be really great in a scrapbook around a picture of a little baby, or and it's white here, and you can always sponge it with color. So give you some ideas there. And then of course we have 3x4 or 4x3 cards, and there are lots. There's lots of different images, designs, all of that good stuff. So those are the cards in the bundle. It also comes with, and that's the Memories and More pack, this Baker's Twine. And we're going to use some of this again today. We used some last week. The Baker's Twine is, I don't think you can really get it on camera too good, but Sahara Sand and Night of Navy is the Baker's Twine. So I love that stuff. I love Baker's. I have lots of Baker's Twine. Keep trying to find ways to use it. It also comes with the Come Sail Away trinkets. However, the trinkets right now themselves, they are currently on back order. So they will be coming in the end of this month, and those that have already been ordered or paid for are going to be shipping out from the company. And then I should have mine any day now too. That's just the Come Sail Away. That's just the trinkets. Now there is, if you notice, if you're looking at your big catalog on page 145 up here, there is one product number that will order this whole entire suite. So you still get the discount of 10% on the bundle of the stamp set and framelits, but you get everything else that I just showed you, the embossing folder, the 12x12 paper, the Memories and More pack, the Baker's Twine, and the little trinkets when they come in. So by all means, if you love lighthouses as much as I do, it's worth it. That suite is really worth it. I love that they did it as a suite. So without further ado, I know what y'all came here to see. You all came here to see card making, and that's what we're going to do. So here's, again, a brief look at our card. We got a few tricks up our sleeve on this one. Now, I've already got all the pieces and parts already cut and ready to go for you. So I will go through those pieces and parts here in just a moment. I'm going to turn the camera down, and we're going to take a look at all our pieces and parts, and we'll go through all this together and create a great card. So I am excited to get started, and I'll show you exactly what we're going to do. So first off is our card base. The card base that I'm using is actually one of the Memories and More card bases from the Bloom bundle that was out in the Occasions catalog back in the spring. I've cut it down. It's just 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, so that it. And this one, it opens up, it's white on the inside. But say all you had was maybe a navy cardstock or even black and white theme. This card would do well, very well in a black and white theme. This could be your black outside, and then just cut a piece or two of Whisper White 5 1/4 by 4 so that you can write on the inside. So that's our card base. I have a piece of, this color I'm using is Balmy Blue. Balmy Blue is 3.5 by 4.5, and it is embossed with that Sailing Seas embossing folder. I have used the dies that are in this bundle. I've just used a scrap of soft suede. Look at that detail. That is some amazing detail in there. I used soft suede, scrap of cardstock, and then I have cut that out of with the Big Shot. With this die, I've used the stamp set for our little sailboat here. I don't know if you guys can see that without that glare. Let me see if I can shut the big light out for just a minute. Yeah. There we go. Now you can see the detail of that. That's what a distinctive stamp does. It gives you all that really awesome fancy detail. I have a strip here that is a 1/2 inch wide. It is about 3.5 inches long, and then I just cut it into a little banner tail at the end. Then from that die set, I have the stitched label die. You can see all that really awesome stitching. And awesome stitching is created by the die itself. So not only is it shaped, but it's also gives it that stitched look as well. And I also have, and you will see why here in a moment, cut another one of those stitched labels using the Big Shot as well in Night of Navy, and then I've cut it in half. And then, of course, our Sahara Sand Night of Navy Baker's Twine, you will need about 14 inches of that. So if you're crafting along with me and you have this bundle, awesome. Let me know. Let me know if you make this card. And if you do, show me yours in the comments below, because I always love to see how everyone else's turns out, and maybe made a few tweaks or improvements or embellishments or what have you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. You will also need the Stamparatus for this. I am using the Let Hope Anchor Through the Storms of Life stamp from the stamp set, and I've put that into my Stamparatus. So in my Stamparatus here, I have just a scrap of Night of Navy, but then I've cut out using the Big Shot, and this is how I got, grab the pieces here, the 2 pieces that I cut in half. I just took a piece of scrap of Night of Navy and I cut out the opening for that label, and we're going to do that here in just a second, and I'll show you how that works. But let me turn the big light on again. Welcome. So if you are here and you are just joining me, say hi. Tell me where you're from, who you are, how long, how'd you find me is today's question. So every week I go live once a week, and every week I like to ask who you are, where you're from. That's always typically my standard question. And then each week I have a bonus question. Last week it was if you were a demonstrator with Stampin' Up, excuse me, how long you'd been a demonstrator and where you were from. Today's question is, how did you find me? Did you find me because someone shared? Did you find me because it's posted on one of your groups? What have you. So if you are here, welcome. We're going to go ahead and turn the camera down, and I am going to get focused on the table. Make sure the phone's not going to fall out, and make sure you guys can see everything okay. And so as soon as I can tell that you can see everything, and I'll zoom in just a bit so that it gets more table and less of the other stuff. So let me see if I can make sure we do that. Did it zoom in any? I don't think it did. There we go. Now it did a little bit. Okay, so here's going to be our card base. Our fold this time will be on our left. We're gonna, this is going to be our inside, will be white. I haven't done anything fancy for the inside, so for now we're just going to leave that at that. So I'm going to bring in my silicone mat first. The silicone mat from Stampin' Up is, what is this, 6 by 6 it looks like. Pretty good square. I'm going to grab the piece of Balmy Blue. Balmy Blue was cut at 3.5 by 4.5 here. And it was embossed with that High Seas or High Tide folder. Whatever it's called. I don't think a name so much these days. And we're just going to put some adhesive on that. I'm just using our Stampin' Up! Snail adhesive. If you are new to the crafting world, snail adhesive is similar to what you would get in a glue runner, only better. The They're easier to change because they just literally pop in half. This part goes out, the new part just goes in, and it snaps right into place. You don't have to mess with tape. You don't have to mess with opening a contraption, figuring out which way it winds. None of that. Snail is literally this easy. So open and snap. So we're going to set that up there. So on this card, I've chosen to kind of offset this a bit. Kind of not my normal. For those of you that know me, I'm OCD. Everything always has to be straight. But I thought this, and I did it again. Well, that's good, because this is a good time to talk about it. Mistakes happen, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach up here, and I'm going to grab one of my Stampin' Up! Palette knives. And I am just simply going to wriggle that right underneath it there. Well, at the same time, what I want to do, since I'm right at the end, is twist. Yes, it's going to leave a little tear mark a little bit. That's okay. That's not going to hurt anything. We're just going to cover that back up anyway. But what we need to do is move our base out of the way. This is what we should have done first. Is we're going to take our 14 inches of baker's twine, and we're going to wrap that around our card here. And I'm trying to tie a bow upside down. Not too bad. This is just a regular plain old shoelace bow. And then I like to tighten it. And then pull the loops so that they're smaller, and then that makes it look a lot cleaner. And then I'll just trim off the ends. And there you have that. So all of our layers of our card are going to build upon this piece. So now, let's pick that up and put him back down so he covers up all of the boo-boo. No boo-boos, only embellishment opportunities, and we embellish, that's for sure. Now, if you're tying your bow and your bow doesn't exactly, your string isn't, see how mine's kind of tight, but not too tight? What you would then do before you put it down is you would take your string, I'm going to take this back off, take your string and pull it just a little bit, and then tighten it down on the edges, and then let's pull it, tighten the edge, because you have adhesive back here already, tighten this edge because of the adhesive back here, and then let it, let the slack loop up at your adhesive in the center. So now do you see it's tighter, much tighter. And now we'll put that back. I got some adhesive on the top already. That's all right. We'll rub it off. Another embellishment opportunity. Maybe we'll put some birds up there. So, okay. So then I'm going to bring back in my silicone mat. My silicone mat is on a very thin Lazy Susan. I do that so that it spins. It makes life much easier for me. So I'm going to grab that snail again, because now is where I spin the Lazy Susan around so that I can get adhesive on all the good parts. Make sure that I don't give any stragglers of adhesive hanging off that I don't want to show through. And then on this one, what I did is I kind of did a tuck method. In the original, you can see I have the twine kind of going over the center. Well, when you're trying to tie a bow, how do you get it centered? Well, you do your bow first. I'm going to flip this over. And then now all you have to do is, I'm going to try to do this upside down the best I can. Get that in there. And I'm going to put that right over here. Move my fingers right over here on the edge so you guys can see. It's right here on the edge of where that balmy blue pieces, and then that baker's twine just goes right down that center. Next I have already on one piece of just Whisper White scrapped, I've stamped the largest ship that comes in that bundle, and then I've cut it out with the framelits that come in that bundle as well. So next we're going to work on the one piece we have not stamped, that I didn't pre-stamp, and that is here. And I wanted to show you this trick. So I took a piece of Night of Navy, one that was in my scraps bin because originally I'd cut it the wrong size or something. And so what I did was I cut out one of the stitch framelits right out of the center of this, leaving that center opening to use as a template. So I cut out the Night of Navy. We're going to set that aside. And then I also, out of scrap Whisper White, where I cut out the ship, I cut out a piece of stitch. Now, I could have just used a regular stamp and stamped right on, block rather, and stamped right on this. But here's the cool trick about using the Stamparatus. So I have my Night of Navy card stock on here on the Stamparatus. I've cut out the Night of Navy template to use. Now with no ink on my clean stamp, I can then line it up however I want that to go, close the door. The door will then, because it's a clink stamp now, pick up that stamp for me. And now all I have to do is we're going to place our Whisper White in here, right inside that template, and it fits perfect. We're going to take our Night of Navy ink and open that up. And we are going to ink up our stamp that's on the door here, or window, if you call it that. Close up the ink pad, and then we're just going to close it up and stamp it. Oh, well, that didn't work out. Oh, yes, it did. All you have to do when you close that door and you stamp is just close it again, ink it up again, and close it again. If you didn't get a good image, or your image isn't exactly perfect, remember, this template is perfect shape. The stamp's going to land in exactly the same spot as it did before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this up again. And put this down, close the door, because I want that ink to be bold. And perfect, perfect. Now that ink on that image is very bold, very, very bold. So it gives us that. Now we're going to bring back our Lazy Susan here. The piece that we just cut out, we are actually going to flip it over backside, and we are going to put some adhesive on both of the rounded kind of ends there. And then we are going to line up the two halves that we cut, letting them overlap a bit, so that it kind of looks like it's framed. Okay, see, so there you go. There you have it. And that's going to be our little tag. So we're going to turn our tag over. I have some dimensionals here, and I'm going to tell you another tip. When you get your dimensionals, what I do with every sheet, I already have my whole stack done, is I lay some duct tape. I don't use painter's tape because it's sometimes not strong enough. Washi tape definitely won't work. But I just use duct tape. And I put that over the all the little backings, and then I peel that sheet up, and I just lay several strips if I need to. Peel that backing up, and it exposes all of that adhesive under here. And this little sheet is a piece of parchment paper because nothing can stick to it. And then when I need to use dimensionals, all I have to do is just peel off the dimensionals themselves and place it right on my paper. So I'm not trying to fumble or fidget with those dimensionals while we are on live and have it take any longer. So wonderful. Well, wonderful, Roz. Hi, Miss Lauren. I'm glad you're here. I just saw you. Sorry, I was not looking at comments. And Donna, thank you. Thank you for telling me you found me because someone shared. And everyone say hi to Mr. Steinberg. He's in here watching. I do apologize. I wasn't even paying attention to the comments. Hello, Mr. Steinberg. He's watching from about, what, 20 feet away? And he found me because he's my husband. Oh, first time here, Miss Cheryl McGowan. Welcome. My best friend, his last name is McGowan. Hi, Miss Lauren. I miss you. I'm going to come to Sodorus and hang out with you. What are you doing for dinner? I'm just kidding. I won't do it this week. Demonstrator planning place. Oh, yes. Yes, Roz. I try to share tips and tricks in there. I am not, although I run Stampin' with Faith as a business, I am not a full-time business because I do work full-time in addition to this. So that's definitely one of my challenges is that I do work full-time. Okay, so here is our little tag we made. I'm going to leave him up here in the corner. And I'm going to take the little sail ship that we cut out. And I'm going to turn him over. I stamped and cut him out. I stamped a Night of Navy on Whisper White. And I cut him out with the Big Shot prior to going live to save time. Because I know I like to talk a lot. All right, so then we're going to bring back our card. And the ship, the way I did it there, is he's actually going straight up and down with the card base, not the balmy blue. So he's not tipped sideways at all. And I have this kind of up a little higher on this card. So normally he wouldn't stick off the top of the water like that. Then we're going to go ahead and place our label here. Now, where I placed the dimensionals, if you notice, I placed them out here on the sides and nothing up here in this. I did that on purpose because what I want is this little piece is going to actually hang over the twine, baker's twine there. Then we're going to add our last element, which is our soft suede. This is our final piece, guys. Soft suede. I cut that out with the scrap of cardstock with that die. However, in this little die, it also embosses the little rope pieces. So I hope you guys can see that. It's really, really pretty. My other tip. I have lots of adhesive tips today, guys. With adhesives, these are the glue dots that I get when I subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. So what I do is I cut them into strips to make them similar to using a glue dot on a roll. So I'm going to remove the adhesive backing or the release paper, if you will. And I'm going to place the glue dot on the project where I want it. Give it a back rub with my fingernail there. And then I will lift up the clear cellophane. And now that glue dot is on my project. I didn't have to touch the glue dot. I didn't have to use pokey tools. None of that good stuff. So then I'm going to take that rope and that little rope knot will go right on there. And then once I've used glue dots and I've used that on a project, I just trim off the extra. And I keep all of my little strips here in a little bag that was probably came as packaging or something. It's got a adhesive strip. If my adhesive wears out, I just use my snail. I'll show you. If my adhesive wears out and it doesn't like sticking down anymore, helps if you open it, the door there. I just run my snail along there and then fold it back up, fold it over, and then now it's stuck together again. So that is awesome. So here is our finished card. How wonderful is that? So here's our original, and again, here's our finished card that we just did. Awesome, very easy peasy, very, very easy peasy. You purchase this bundle from, if you go to stampinwithfaith.stampinup.net and you purchase this bundle from me today, I will send these 2 cards to you so that you have, and I'll also send you a written tutorial for the waterfall card that I did a couple of weeks ago that Miss Sandra just won. I'll send you the instructions for that as well. So I'll send you these 2 cards. I'll put envelopes with them, of course. I just didn't make them today. 2 cards, the envelopes, and the written instructions here for the waterfall card. So if you purchase this bundle from me today by going to stampinwithfaith.stampinup.net, I will put your name in a drawing, and you will get both of these cards with envelopes and the written tutorial for the waterfall card, and some other samples so that you too can get started in creating your own sailing home cards to send out to your friends and family birthdays. This set, I love it so much because not only is it lighthouse themed, of course, that's my alley, but it's just really not feminine, not necessarily over the top masculine either. And it symbolizes hope in some of the images, and I know a lot of people that are really struggling right now. It also has, I'm going to show you the stamp set once again, so let me move this out of the way. Let hope be your anchor through the storms of life. Set sail in the direction of your dreams. Thanks, congrats, and then up here, you are my true north. And you can even cut that in half to do it in 2 layers, because that's what I've done with mine, actually. So, I mean, there's lots of amazing things that you can do with this stamp set. The possibilities run through my mind all the time. I just wish I had time to sit down and create them all and share them all live with you guys. But thank you so much, so much for joining. Anyone who has also shared the video and commented on the video, they will be entered into a drawing as well. And I apologize if I didn't mention that at the beginning of the video, but I will definitely do that during my next live like I just did today. If you have any questions or concerns, just feel free to send me a private message here on Facebook. I am glad you guys stayed till the end. Thanks, Miss Donna. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who has watched this video, shared the video, liked the video, commented on the video. All of that helps. I am, after all, a business, not just a teacher. Yes, I can teach creativity, but it is also a business as well. So I work at it and work hard. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I'm going to flip the camera back up so I can smile at you one more time. There we go. So thank you guys all for joining me. I'm glad you were here. I hope to see you all in person really, really soon. Happy stamping.